Let's learn how to perform our Salah. This presentation is for the Hanafi Madhab. Please use the basic fiqh for females to our book to find the meaning of the du'as or to find the longer tashahud and Durood Ibrahim in there, inshallah. Okay, so the example of this salah will be 2 rak'ats of Sunnah Maghrib, and we will proceed to the first position, which is the Qiyam position, the standing position. And in this position, we will read out intention. We will say, "Oh Allah, I intend to perform 2 rak'ats Sunnah Maghrib facing Qibla on time for your pleasure." You will then raise your hands to your shoulders, fingertips in line with the shoulders, and while you're raising your hands, you will say Allahu Akbar. Now you will place your hands on your chest with the right hand on top of the left hand, looking downwards, focusing on the spot that your head will rest in your sajda position. You will then read the thana, which is Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa tabarak asmuka wa ta'ala jaduka wa la ilaha ghayruk. And then you will read Surah Fatiha in a surah. And then we're moving into the next position, which is the ruku position. When we're moving into the position, we will say Allahu Akbar. The fingertips will touch the kneecaps. The arms will be kept straight and the back will be slightly bent. And you will say Subhana Rabbi al-Azim 3 times. And then we will be raising from the ruku, moving into the Qawma position. And in this position, when we are moving straight up, we will say Sami Allahu liman hamida, and then we stand upright, both arms down by our sides. Rabbana lakal hamd. And then moving downwards, we will say Allahu Akbar and into the sajda position. In this position, our hands will be closed, flat on the ground, hands placed next to the face, forehead and nose will touch the ground, both feet will be on the right side, and the toes will be bent forward facing Qibla. Your bum will be down, and you'll make yourself as small as possible, and you will say Subhana Rabbi al-A'la 3 times, and then move up, saying Allahu Akbar, and both your hands will be on your lap. Both feet will be on the right side, your toes will be facing Qibla, your eyes will be focused on the place where your head falls in Sajda, and you will say, Rabbi ghfirli warhamni, and move back down into Sajda position. Both hands closed, flat on the ground, next to the face, forehead and nose touching the ground, both feet on the right side, toes bent forward, facing Qibla, bum down, make yourself as small as possible. And you will say Subhana Rabbi al-A'la 3 times and move back up into the standing position, saying Allahu Akbar. And you will stand straight up from the sajda position and you put your hands straight on your chest and you will read Surah Fatiha in a surah. Once you're done, you go down into ruku saying Allahu Akbar, fingertips touching the kneecap, arms keep straight, back slightly bent, saying Subhana Rabbi al-Azim 3 times, and then we will move up into Qawma saying Sami Allahu liman hamida, standing upright, both arms down by the sides, say Rabbana lakal hamd, and then Allahu Akbar into the sajda position, where both hands is closed, flat on the ground, right next to the face, your forehead and your nose is touching the ground, both feet is on the right side, toes is bent forward, facing Qibla, palm down, making yourself as small as possible. You will say Subhana Rabbi al-A'la 3 times, and then you will go up saying Allahu Akbar into the sitting position, both hands on the lap, both toes facing Qibla, both feet on the right side, eyes focusing on the ground where your head falls in such a position, and you will say Rabbi khfirli warhamni and move back down into sajda, where both your hands are closed, flat on the ground, next to your face, forward and nose is touching the ground, both feet on the right side, toes bent forward facing Qibla, bum down. Make yourself as small as possible. You say Subhan Rabbi al-A'la 3 times and go up into the final sitting position, which is the Qa'da Akhirah. Both hands is flat on the lap. You will read your tashahud. And when you come to the word Ashhadu Allah, you will raise your pointy finger of the right hand. You will raise it up away from your leg. And then when you come to the words illallah, you rest it down on your leg. So your finger will still be pointing out. It won't be, your hand will not be flat. So when you come again, let me explain again. When you come to the word ashhadu Allah, the finger goes up. Ilaha illallah. By illallah, it drops on the leg, but it's still pointing. Okay? And then you read your duru after that. And after the duru, you will read a dua. And then the final salams, you will look on your right shoulder and you will say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And then you will look towards your left shoulder and you will say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Please note, when you are making salah, your face needs to be open. So only the awrah should be covered, which is for the Hanafi is your entire body besides your hands facing your feet. These are actual students of mine that was helping me with this presentation. May Allah Ta'ala make them good Muslimin. Ameen, thumma ameen. Their faces are covered only for protection purposes. So you're going to use the basic fiqh dua book to find the meanings, inshallah. And before you make your salah, make sure that you have wudu, make sure that you're facing qibla, make sure that your clothes, your body, the place of your salah is all clean. And at the time of the salah is in, that's very important. Use a prayer mat or a musalla. You can find me on any one of these social media platforms. You may register for classes online, inshallah. They are open for next year. If you are struggling with anything or would like some questions answered, you are welcome to WhatsApp me, inshallah. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.